Hello and welcome to week 5 of the 1960 season in Sack to the Future. The undefeated Chicago Bears at 4-0 are hosting the still at this point semi-pro Minnesota Vikings, who come in at 1-3. Harlan Hill has picked up a couple of rating points since the beginning of the season, so has Rick Caceres after a couple of brilliant games. And the Giants earlier today won and became the first 5-0 team in the NFC side, so the Bears are going to try to keep pace with the New York Giants here this afternoon. And actually with the Colts beating the 49ers also earlier on Sack to the Future, that was over on the Twisted Phoenix channel, if you want to check that out. The Giants and the Bears are the only two remaining undefeated teams in the NFC. Here goes Ed Brown, 6 touchdowns, 3 interceptions on the year. Bears come out in the I formation. Toss to Caceres. And the Vikings play that well as Caceres loses 2 yards. Second and 12. Let's see what the Bears have in mind. Fake it to Caceres. Brown's looking. Throwing downfield, and he's got his man for a first down. 37-yard gain. Duvall with a big catch. Willard Duvall. Caceres gets caught in the middle of the spin and thrown down. Last week, a huge game against the Packers, 168 yards and 2 touchdowns. He has 469 yards so far on the season. And Johnny Morris will come into the game. Get the carry. Follow his blocker. Still on his feet. Still fighting. Down close to the 20-yard line. Down to the 21. And gained to 6 yards. Bears come out with 2 tight ends. Adams goes in motion. Give to Morris again. Cut it left. Tackled by the corner. A gain of another 9 yards. Caceres up the middle for a gain of 8. Down to the 4-yard line. Now the Bears along with the Giants, the two remaining undefeated teams in the NFC. The Giants are just smashing the league on the ground. The Bears, on the other hand, are doing it by being the only defense in the NFC to not allow a touchdown yet. They've allowed 9 points in their first 4 games. And up to Morris, did he get in? It is across the goal line for a touchdown. He's having problems getting the snap off. Almost got the delay game penalty, but it all worked out. Morris got the ball across the line for the touchdown. The extra points right down the middle. Good opening drive to the game, 7-0 Bears. And the Vikings content with starting their drive at the 25-yard line. Comes their quarterback, who's at 100% completion percentage so far. Only 26 yards, though. It looks like maybe there was a quarterback change last week. It scared me at first when I saw the 100% completion percentage. But with only 26 yards, tells me maybe he's at the most probably 3 for 3. Running back Treadwell wearing number 11. The line, most of the line seemed to actually block okay, but the running back did not seem to have a clue what to do with the ball. And you'll see that on these semi-pro teams. They will have a few players that are almost capable of being in the league. And they'll have other guys that just seem completely lost out there. Gilliam completes his pass. He's still at 100% on the season. Oh, I just took my own guy out. And the Bears give up their first touchdown of the year to the semi-pro Minnesota Vikings. Coley, number 13. We don't want to see the replay because it'll, well, we're going to look at it. Watch the Bear take out his teammate here, right here. Bam! Oh, wow. So the Bears might be falling for the take a break and don't play hard against your semi-pro rivals. They squeaked by here in Chicago against the Atlanta Falcons in week 1, 10-6. Took Tampa Bay a little bit more seriously. Then won their 2 games against real NFL teams rather easily against the Steelers and the Packers. And now, again, against a semi-pro team again at home. And they're struggling as much as they have since week 1. And there's a big hit. Morris takes a shot. Bears better wake up before this ends up being a disaster. There's a handoff to Gallimore. Couple yards. Four o'clock. What? Give to Caceres, and picks up about 5 more.
Second down to the offense, needing 5 yards. Here we go now.
Here's the completion over the middle. Brown now 2 for 2. Caceres picks up a first down to the right side. 7 carries, 42 yards. He's up to 500 yards on the season. And there's a completion to Harlan Hill for another first down. And that will be the end of the first quarter. Tie game, 7-7. Snap to give to Morris. Finds the hole and into the end zone for his second touchdown of the game. Seven play, 76-yard drive. Bears offense is working today, but the defense already having its worst game performance. They came into the game having only allowed 9 points in their first 4 games and no touchdowns. They've already given up a touchdown and 7 points. It's not even halftime. All right, defense, let's pick it up. There's Treadwell with a 9-yard gain. Second and inches. Bears are being challenged here today. Gilliam takes off, but Number 26 is there. Charlie Sumner, to make sure that he doesn't escape for a big gain. The Bears have been burned a little bit, especially by the semi-pro teams and mobile quarterbacks. And there goes Gillum up the middle for 5 yards. Short of the first down, though. After this game, we will have one remaining game in Sack to the Future for Week 5, and that'll come your way tonight on the Vinny X Wolf channel. See the Bills battle the semi-pro Bengals. Now, we just saw the Bengals last week get absolutely run over by Jim Brown and the Cleveland Browns. So much so that they made 6 changes in their roster this last week. 6 guys lost their job as a result of that performance, and we'll see how they perform against the Buffalo Bills tonight. Hand up to, pass to Caceres. He breaks 1 tackle, gains a couple yards. All right, the Bears definitely winning on the yardage. Just a small 14-7 lead in the game, however. As Caceres breaks another tackle. 2 more broken tackles. Right near the first down marker, but short. 3rd and inches. Third and inches coming up here. Morris in the backfield. Dual fakes that he's going in motion. And Morris does pick up the first down. 5 carries, 40 yards. Does have both touchdowns, even though he is the backup running back. Gallimore in motion. Pitch out, and Morris runs right into the defensive lineman who went out to cover the side. Should have taken it more up the middle. Well, best case scenario is the Bears can continue to win their games while still learning from their mistakes as they get ready for the competition coming later. That was a slow motion run by Caceres as he seemed to go in slow motion. Turbo button did not, or the sprint button certainly did not take an effect on that play. Brown on the money to Duvall. Brown 5 for 5, off to a great start. Duvall's up to 50 yards receiving. And the Bears get the first down that they needed. And Brown again on the money, this time to his tight end, number 39, Dooley, I believe. Nope, sorry, that's Adams. The second tight end. That's right, they had a 2 tight end set. See if they get another playoff before the 2-minute warning here.
It wasn't awful by any means, but it had dipped down to around the 600-yard mark.
And Barry Bonds, one of the nicest guys in the league, he had just sent out a message.
They will get it off. It's a counter play. Saris trips over Gallimore's feet and turns what could have been a huge play into a 1-yard gain. Oh, hey, Waves. Actually, the league is set. So unfortunately, there isn't any new members that we're looking for. But you can certainly always follow along on Sack to the Future. Thanks for the interest. But unfortunately, we are all set at this time.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop his shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field.
3rd and 3 coming up. Just over a minute and a half to go in the first half. Oh, and they're going to stop Caceres short of the first. And a timeout called.
So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready. Connor Barth now for the Bears field goal. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45.
It's a the fake field goal does not work. Vikings are ready for it. And the Vikings will get the ball at their own 28-yard line, down 14-7. Oh, there's a nice play by George to knock the ball down. Or, I'm sorry. That wasn't George. He was running in on the blitz. Is that, the safety knocked it down. And there's a nice hit. Stopping him in his tracks, bringing up 4th down. Bears will go ahead and call timeout.
It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
49 seconds left in the first half, 14-7. And that punt will be left alone and go into the end zone for a touchback. Brown stays on the bench for this play. Morris in motion. They fake it to him. Caceres runs right into the defensive end. They had the hole created, and I run right into the one place I shouldn't have gone. Same looking play. Stanley will give it to Morris. Breaks one tackle. And the Vikings call timeout, catching on to the Bears trying to run the clock out.
3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. He'll look to throw.
And Brown takes a sack. And the Vikings will call another timeout. The Bears will have to punt.
So we'll see what happens. Matt Bosher, 7th-year man.
Now, the semi-pro Minnesota Vikings,
Marcus Sherrill's back deep for Minnesota.
who are really looking to get into the league as early as next year, are giving the Bears fits much more problems than the Packers gave them a week ago, which is very surprising.
7-yard punt, return of 6.
Huh? And that's overthrown for everyone. That brings us to halftime, 14-7 Bears. Tonight, week 5 will wrap up with the Bills and the Bengals. And then an update for upcoming week 6, which will be as early as, well, after the last game tonight. So as early as tomorrow, you might see some of these teams in action. The Bills and Cowboys will have a bye, but you will see the 2 different human games as the Colts will play the Oilers to see how that division's going to wrap up. And then the Broncos and Giants, 2 undefeated teams, will meet each other in a user versus user match. And then these Bears will test their luck against yet another semi-pro team and the Baltimore Ravens. Browns will also take on the semi-pro Texans. Thank you, Brian. It's been a tougher game than the Packers game was. But I think the Bears got yelled at a little bit in the locker room and should be playing better here in the second half. So the Vikings come out down by only 7. Had to gain confidence in that first half, knowing that they could play with the Chicago Bears here. There's a handoff. He makes one move, but the rest of the Bears are there to take him down after a gain of 3. Handoff, and the corner comes up and sticks him for a gain after a gain of just 2. 3rd and 5.
The Vikings on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
It's a quick throw and completion. Another missed tackle by me. And Gilliam, 4 of 6, 80-something yards and a touchdown. Having the most success of anyone against the Bears so far. This guy might find himself in the NFL soon. Or in about 50-something years. Another nice completion. Gilliam, 5 of 7, 109 yards. He's just torching the Bears defense.
after that big play. Let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Here we go. 38.
There's just really not much to say. The Bears are unable to stop Mr. Gilliam or these Vikings from Minnesota. There's a nice play by Bill George against the run, but they cannot stop the passing game. And there's another nice play against the run. Treadwell, 6 carries, 12 yards. After getting 9 on first down, they get 2 carries for 0 yards. And the Bears look like they have forced them to a field goal attempt. Unless they're trying to pay the Bears back and do another fake of their own. And that's good. The Vikings pull within 4, 14-10, late third quarter.
And you're going to have drives like that in this league. Sometimes you just got to take the 3 and move on. Always better than nothing.
This is fielded at the goal line.
Morris gets it across the 25 to the 26-yard line.
So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession on the second half. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with a game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now.
Hill in motion. And a nice play by number 90. Gets through the line and tackles Caceres for a loss. Pittsburgh annihilates Jacksonville 38-0. Caceres breaks a tackle, gets a few yards, 15 carries, 71 yards on the day. Caceres breaks the tackle, gets a first down, up to 86 yards on the day. Pitch out to Gallimore. And he gets stood up and taken down. 2 carries, 2 yards for Gallimore on the day.
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10.
And he completes it to Duval. Brown 7 for 7 now. Duval's up to 71 yards on the day. 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. Bears up by 4. Here's Gallimore, runs over a man, but gets tackled immediately afterwards. Still got the first down. Yes, the Vikings are definitely making it more interesting than it needs to be. Duval in motion. And out to Gallimore. Gets through one guy. Gains maybe a yard. 2-yard gain.
That's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19. They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
Gallimore a couple more yards to close to the 10-yard line.
Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
And that was a good collision right there. And I know this as a former defender. If you're playing linebacker, you're going through a checklist on every play. Who you think's going to get the ball, where you think the ball's going to go. Rarely do you expect the fullback position to get it. And on that play you did. So you got to steel yourself at that point because the contact is going to be strong.
Duval in motion. Run the counter to Caceres. Inside the 10, short of the first down.
Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
And the Bears line up for a field goal.
Defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run.
And it is right down the middle. 6 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. Bears 17, Vikings 10. There's a decent run back up to the 25-yard line. It's a handoff, and the Bears are there to stop it. That'll get us to the 4th quarter. Bears leading by 1 touchdown. 17 to 10.
It's the Vikings in possession of football, but they need some points. They're trailing here to start the 4th.
Yes. Man, Gilliam dancing around, spinning around, runs up, gets 5 yards. Adkins, who dropped back into coverage, was there to take him down after a gain of 5.
2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5.
And there the Bears meet at the quarterback. Williams with a half a sack along with, I'm not sure if that was Adkins in on that or who got the other half. But the Bears finally get to Gilliam behind the line of scrimmage and force a punt.
And that looked like vintage, old school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a defensive player of the year at the other.
So earlier in Sack to the Future, there's one broken tackle, and Johnny Morse turns it into a decent gain. But earlier so far, all the user teams have won. Colts, Oilers, Giants, Browns, Broncos had the day off. Cowboys beat the Packers. And right now the Bears are trying to hang on to a win against the Vikings. Tonight it'll wrap up with the Bills taking on the Bengals. Caceres breaks a tackle but can't keep his feet and goes down.
Brandon's all about pace and tempo now for them. They've got the advantage, so I'm going to put musical terms for you. You don't want to go prestissimo. That's too quick, too lively, right? But you also don't want
Total yards 257 to 133.
what you really want to be is Colorado. Nice and even, nice and steady, get those gains.
Caceres gets thrown to the ground in a Interesting way. Gain of 5 or 6 yards. 3rd and 5.
And in this situation with a lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
It's just smart football, but you know your defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take.
5 minutes to go. 17-10 Bears. Oh, nice play by number 90. Again, he's made a few plays today. And Caceres just 93 yards on 20 carries. The Bears will be punting to the Vikings. That's too far into the end zone for a touchback. The Vikings will come out to the 20-yard line, down by just 1 score. They are still giving themselves a chance to shock the league. Semi-pro teams have beaten NFL teams only one other time. The Vikings would love to make it number 2. And there's a wide open receiver. Up to the 40-yard line. It's becoming more and more of a reality. The Bears need to do something.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about tight ends in a lot of cases now, pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. They use that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and come back to the ball.
And then Gilliam just misses his receiver. Still 7 of 10, 138 yards on the day. Oh, did he catch it on the sidelines? I think he came down with it. No, they're going to say incomplete. He did not get his second foot down, according to the line judge. That was close to being a huge play for the Vikings. There's a fumble. And I don't pick it up. Pettibone. There for the sack. I don't know how I didn't pick up the ball. I guess I should have just landed on it. Well, wait a minute. Did I get the ball? I don't know what happened. I clearly couldn't pick up the ball, but somebody else on the team must have picked it up. What a terrible run right up the back of the blocker when the hole was on the right side.
They want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it. After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
He does not come down easily, you're right, but he did there.
Looking for Duval. He makes the catch, but can't come down with it as his legs are taken out from under him. Brown gets a few yards. Hurry up offense here. Trying to catch the Vikings sleeping. Gallimore breaks a tackle and just does get the first down. Just under 3 minutes to go, 17-10 Bears. Morris now in the backfield. Trying to break the tackle. Number 90 will not let go. 8 carries, 44 yards and 2 touchdowns for the backup, Johnny Morris. There's Morris to the outside. This is going to be his 3rd rushing touchdown of the day. But somebody is injured. Most likely are not going to tell us who it is. Let's see if we can see it on the replay. I saw one Viking go to the ground. Not even sure what team got the injury, but I'm sure we'll figure it out if it was a Bear. A little bit of breathing room now for the Bears. 2-score lead with 2 minutes and 20 seconds to go. There you see the 49ers suffer their first loss on an incredible come-from-behind victory by Johnny Unitas. One of the best games of the season so far. If you missed it, definitely go to the Twisted Phoenix channel and check that out. The Broncos-Raiders game from last week, and then the Colts and Niners game from this week. We've witnessed 2 of the best games that you're going to see back to back. Gilliam runs over the Bear, but luckily he was able to get him to the ground. Okay, here we go. Will they get the play off? 202, 201. They do. And it is a first down for the Vikings.
They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
So earlier I said Joe Gilliam might find his way into the league the way he's playing. Looks like he will definitely find his way into the league within the next 10 to 15 years or so. So just hang in there, Joe. Another 13 years or so in semi-pro ball. Maybe you can play every week with the big boys. Not with throws like that, though. He threw it right to the Bears' hands. And that should finally put the game away. 2nd turnover by the Vikings. Brown stays on the sidelines again. The Bears have done this a few times today. Caceres jumps over a man. 40, 30, 20. Caceres finally gets into the end zone. Morris took the first 3 touchdowns. Caceres runs that one in. And now the game looks like it wasn't close, but those that have watched know that the Vikings really hung in there with the Bears for at least 3 quarters. Just inside the upright, but good enough. 31-10, Chicago Bears. That should finally allow people to relax here in the stadium. New England, or actually the Boston Patriots, find themselves at 4-1. So the New York Titans and the Cleveland Browns. Detroit Lions also made it to 4-1. We know the Niners dropped to 4-1. A lot of good teams in the league as far as undefeated teams. You have the New York Giants and the Chicago Bears on this side. On the other side, the Denver Broncos, the Houston Oilers, and I think there may be one other team that is undefeated. Next week, again, this week wraps up tonight with the Bills and Bengals, and then next week, which starts tomorrow, we will see a couple undefeated teams tackle each other in the Giants against the Broncos, so we should be down to just a couple undefeated teams by the end of next week. And there's a blitz and a takedown. And that's the Vikings calling timeout to punt the ball. So the Vikings want the Bears to try to score again, is the way I'm taking that. I have no idea why else the Vikings would call timeout before they're going to punt the ball. Morris breaks a tackle, spins around about 6 times, and then gets tackled. And Caceres lines up as the fullback. Gallimore goes to the tailback for this play. They'll fake it to Caceres. I mean, they'll give it to Caceres, fake it to Gallimore. And Caceres for a first down.
This defense, Charles, they have unraveled here in the fourth.
In a sense, it's like they're being pressed, like in a basketball game, and they just can't get the ball over the half court. I mean, no matter what they do, they can't get off the field.
Morris breaks a tackle, breaks another tackle. 20, 10. Morris might get number 4 on the day. And the Vikings calling timeout, allow the Bears enough time to put another touchdown on the board. This is a semi-pro team, so I'm not sure how much to look into it, but the Bears, on the plays that they've left Brown on the sidelines, have seemed to have been able to run through this Vikings defense. So again, it's a semi-pro defense. Not sure it'll work against teams like the Lions or especially the Browns or any user-controlled team, but against the semi-pro teams, it is a weapon to put more backs on the field and less quarterbacks. 7 seconds to go. Let's see what the Vikings have in mind. And it's incomplete as it falls harmlessly to the ground.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense at that fell harmlessly to the ground.
Oh, Sumner breaks it up. Incomplete. Gilliam ends up finishing at 50%. Came into the game at 100% for the season. Bears win 38-10. For 3 quarters, it was much closer than that, but a fourth quarter explosion. puts the game away 38-10. Browns won earlier today. So did the Giants and the Oilers. Cowboys and Colts won their games yesterday. The Bills will play tonight, wrapping up Week 5, and then Week 6 will feature 2 Use Your User matchups, so that's a week that everyone wants to watch. For those who watch this game, thanks for watching. Have a good night.
And they'll have a tough one at home.